In Australia, we've got deadly animals aplenty. We've got funnel web spiders who'll murder you and your family. Under every second rock is a redback spider, and they'll kill you just because, I don't know, they're bored or whatever. We've got invisible brown snakes who'll bite you on the foot and you'll be dead in 7 minutes. Just like that, kaput. We've got the world's deadliest creatures all over the place. We've got magpies who'll steal the eyeballs from your face. But at least we don't have AR-15s. We've got great white sharks who'll ascend from the deep and rip you in half with their razor-sharp teeth. We've got saltwater crocs who'll death roll you to death, and sea snakes who'll gladly snatch your last breath. We've got a blue-ringed octopus no bigger than this that just sits around in rock pools waiting to kill kids, and even the platypus, a cute beaver duck thing, has got a spur on its ankle that'll kill you in one sting. But at least we don't have AR-15s, and at least they can't end up in the hands of psychopathic teens. We've got stonefish and stingrays and sea urchins and shit, and hectic fucking homicidal box jellyfish. And these jellyfish, they aren't even sentient beings. They don't even really do stuff or know about things. They just float around on the whim of the currents, being pointless, non-cognitive, murderous cunts. And if that weren't enough in terms of natural hazards, here in Australia the sun causes cancer. But at least we don't have AR-15s, and at least they can't end up in the hands of suicidal teens. And at least we don't have an NRA who pay millions of dollars every day buying off politicians not to change old laws. We've got bull sharks, cone shells, saltwater crocodiles, honeybees, European wasps and blue-ringed octopies, death adders, blue bottles, redback spiders, tiger sharks, tiger snakes and lizards that'll bite ya. We got sea snakes, taipans, cassowaries, copperheads, all the creatures of the land and sky and sea that want you dead. Toadfish, stonefish, irukandji jellyfish, bull ants, centipedes and ticks that cause paralysis. Thank fuck we don't have AR-15s, and thank fuck they can't end up in the hands of psychopathic suicidal teens. And thank fuck we don't have an NRA who pay millions of dollars every day buying off politicians not to change some law. A law that was written 200 years ago, in a time when it took 3 minutes to reload a single round of ammunition. We knew nothing about depression, and you couldn't fire 45 rounds in 60 seconds. And there wasn't even such a thing as automatic weapons, and there weren't 31 mass shootings monthly. But what would I know, 'cause I'm from another country.
Oh, is that working? Hey, everybody. Can everybody hear me okay? Because I haven't done this for a while. Is that you, B? Can you hit me? Can you hit me in Discord for a minute? Where's your wrench? And how come your avatar's changed, girl? Anyway, hit me in Discord for a sec. So using a different account. Let me know. I see you in Discord, but okay. Is this a new account, B? It's different avatar than the one that you're in Discord on. Geez, you already haven't got that bloody other account back yet. Yeah, I haven't done a Death Live for a while. Hey, so I thought I'd just jump on and just have a chat. No, I didn't de-wrench you. That's the fucking weird part. So why would I do that? Let me have a look at something. That's really strange. But yeah, I think you're just confusing all your accounts. You've got so many B accounts. It's not freaking funny, girl. Hang on. I'm going to go straight in now. Have a look at my settings and my community. Look at that bee sting. That's your old one, right? Oh, what happened here? Oh, hidden users. What's going on here? B. I stand corrected. Only your bee sting account's in there. That's fucking weird. I must have fucking because the other one's gone now, right? I'm sorry. Hang on. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. That's happened before. Oh, technical issues, right? Okay, that's happened before. Hey, where I reckon I might have taken one person off my mod list, which is barely ever, and and this is good, and then I find something fucks up. That's weird, eh? Anyway, it's good to see people popping in. I didn't expect anyone to pop in. I really don't like attract like this live audience type stuff. I'm not really into our falling out. Yeah, okay, V. Um, I tend to just do the drive lives these days because I like to chat while I'm driving, and when I tend to do it at the desk, I kind of forget. I kind of forget what I want to talk about, or I don't express it properly. It's funny, isn't it? Because I'd be like relaxing, like just in bed, or maybe having a shower, and I could I can say everything that I want to say in the way I want to say it perfectly in my head, and then I jump on here and it doesn't work properly. So I tend to find I express myself better probably while I'm driving, and I don't really go on long trips. Although I am taking quite a long trip at Christmas time, popping down to Sydney to catch up with family and friends. Um, just after Christmas, but I'm only down for a couple of days because I want to get back for New Year's Eve. So, Scout, there has been some weird tech stuff going on. Forget about the tech stuff going on, B. What about all the beefing? Yeah, I was going to touch on it, but it's difficult to put it into words. Um, so, Fitness Frank. Fitness Frank. Now, I haven't seen Fitness Frank for a while. Good to see you. Yeah. Um, what should we talk about first? Fuck, I should have wrote this shit down like I used to. When I used to do lives, I used to organize lives back. Oh, when was it? When was this? Probably three years ago. Oh yeah, that's something we can touch on too, Fitness Frank. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for reminding me that. Did Fitness Frank, did you watch the video? It came up on my feed. Um, his actual, his actual, not arrest, but he handed himself in. He was at that supermarket, and then they took him back to the cop shop and started questioning and looking at his shit. Did you see that video? Um, oh, B, do you know about that stuff? Because I come from like that community before I. Yes, the body cam footage. That's the one. Yes, yeah, I watched that today, and I recorded it in case it got taken down. Um, I think that stuff's pretty much public record over there. All that body cam footage now, especially from the states and all that sort of stuff. But I just thought I'd grab it. Oh, you know everything. Oh, yeah. Well. But yeah, I'm gonna do that soft so if I can drive through video for you at some point, maybe even on the weekend or something. I come home late night, maybe Friday late night. I might do it. I'll leave it up so if you're asleep, you could be able to watch it, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah, well, Scout, I've known you for a while, and I know what sort of person you are, and I know how you are. So I think that's a very good choice on my behalf. Um, and of course, B's more likely to hit me with the wrench than thank me for it, if you know what I mean. But the main thing you don't have to worry about too much. Maybe a little bit of trolling goes on here sometimes, as far as like alts come in and fuck with me or whatever. But I do it to other people too, just for fun. But there's no doxing. There's no freaking addresses or anything stupid, and that's really what I need you people for. Um, because I must admit, when I used to do the lives and I had like 50, 60 people, a lot of stuff got put in that I didn't even see in the chat because I was concentrating on talking with people on the panel, and it does get a little bit confusing. So anyway, let's talk about this. So before I came to YouTube, I was in this, what they call the Kermit and Friends type of community, because it all goes back to Howard Stern, and then it was Elisa Jordana was dating Benji Bronk, who's still on the Stern Show, and they were then doing something away from the Stern Show. So Elisa was doing like a spree cast, I think it was, and Benji was on there sometimes. Or I didn't watch it for that. It was just kind of like a crazy type of thing to watch. It was a bit like kind of left of center, and I used to watch it. Never went on there or anything like that. But some weird ass shit people were on there, and it was always kind of funny. And then, and one of these people that were on there or came about, and I don't know exactly, was this Claire from New Jersey. He'd called himself many things over the years, but I think originally it was Claire from New Jersey. And as we now know, he's been living in all different states because he's been committing friggin' crimes in every state over there, or has been doing crimes for quite some time, from what I can work out. Anyway, he was on there on and off. I'm not going to say he was regular or whatever, on and off. And man, I even had an issue with him at some point. We had a mutual friend at one point, and he got really weird about it. So I just cut them off, basically. That's what I do. I've done it on YouTube, and I did it then. I just cut them off. I'm not dealing with that type of shit. And then only recently, as 3 months ago, I'm going to say 3 or 4 months ago, he saw me in a chat. I was in a chat. I don't even know whose chat it was. It might have been a live, Wheezy live. I don't know. It might have been an Andy. I don't know. It was just some live, and he had a different name, and he goes, "Oh my God, is that Casper?" And I went like, yeah, because I've always had this name. And he goes, "Oh, it's so and so Claire or whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, I think it was starting to call himself Claire the Christian or something like that." And I've gone like, hey, how you going? Like just letting any beefs just go away. I wasn't interested in he was at one point wanted to friggin' fight me or something, which I find hilarious. Anyway, well, he's certainly in a bigger weight class than me, looking at that latest video. But anyway, and then only recently I saw him on Elisa Jordana's, because every now and then I'll jump into Elisa Jordana. She does kind of like a live stream, and she does all like weird things and has all people working for her, or who are probably not even making 10 cents. And he was like, she goes to parties and she does interviews with people on the street and all that sort of stuff. Hey, if there's any too much background noise, can you guys let me know? Because I do have my little air conditioner that cuts in and out, just to keep the room temperature nice and cozy. So if it's too loud, I can turn it off, because I do have a ceiling fan as well. It's not on at the moment. It's just fan at the moment. But when the compressor kicks in, if it's too loud, just let me know. So, he was on Elisa Jordana's lately, and he was like, I don't know, what, a month ago? Fitness Frank, if you're still there, maybe a month ago. And he was just, being like a co-host or a secretary or whatever. And I went like, oh, there's Claire. Shit, I haven't seen him for a while, and all right, cool. So I watched it or whatever, and she was just doing her thing. Yeah, I can watch a little bit of it. I don't know if you guys watch it. Hey, Count. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Elisa Jordana stuff. I think she was into the IP too. You know what the funniest thing is, listening or watching Elisa Jordana's live streams? You can you can make a donation, and then you can put a comment, and all these people are putting like the weirdest comments and stuff. Absolute weirdest fucking comments. Hey, B, did you notice Count didn't lose her wrench, bitch? Just kidding. Anyway, so I thought, like, okay, Claire's a weirdo. He's done really strange things in the past. He's tried to ring into Howard Stern. I've heard the clips, and then Howard basically ended up just cutting him off. I think he got banned from ringing into Stern or something at some point. And this is going back, years or whatever. So anyway, then I start hearing about so Wheezy, who was a big supporter of Elisa's. He has a massive falling out with Elisa or something. No, I'm talking about Elisa Jordana. I'm not talking about the Jimmy stuff yet. I might get to it. So Wheezy has like a falling out or something. So he comes up on my YouTube feed, when I'm at home, when I got the big screens on the phone. I can't really do too much on the phone. For some reason, I hate YouTube on the phone. Much love it on the desktop. When I've got two massive screens in front of me, I just get so much more shit done. And I can see like community posts and so much easier and read everyone's stuff. And sometimes I don't actually have the bell on for people, so then I don't see it on my phone. But then when I sit down at my desk, I'll see it in the feed. So it's really weird. So it takes me a while to catch up with stuff. So I start seeing a few people that I'm still friends with in that community. Laurie, John Bolton's daughter. I think I saw her in a chat one day and she said something to me. And then I said, oh, DM me on Twitter. She goes, what's your thing? I said, no, we've been following each other for years. I don't even use. Do I even call it? Do I even call it Twitter because it's called X now or something? Fuck, how weird is that? Is it Twitter X or just X? Because my phone icon just changed to a fucking black X, and I'm like, what the fuck is this app? Anyway, so this guy then I start reading about, like, I'm getting a little bit of scraps of information through a couple of people that I still know, and then on my Facebook, I follow Doc Ivan, a very, very good man. Doc Ivan used to send me down Christmas cards from the States. That's how good a man he is. I don't think he does it anymore because I moved from that address. And I think I might have told him I moved, but it's not necessary. But he's just something that he does for people, everyone that he knows, well, most people that he knows. And I used to get these mad ass Christmas cards all signed, and he used to send me like a few little like prezzies in there, like just little like buttons or something like that. Or yeah, he's a very nice man, good man. He's got pulled into a little bit of crap over the years, but he's always been true to himself. And he's basically the only one that I have on my Facebook page from those days. Basically, I don't have anybody else from that community. Anyway, I saw something. He did like a sketch of Claire behind bars and links to American news stories, and I clicked on them and I was watching them, and oh, was he even on one of my lives? Holy fuck, really? Fuck, I don't even remember that. Yeah, you're probably right. Like, it's probably still up there because I leave my lives up there if they're not gonna majorly upset anybody, or I know circumstances change over the years, so you think, oh well, I'll just take that down, made my point at the time. I've done that a few times. So anyway, what was I going to say? So I click on these links and all that. It's like, holy fuck, this guy has got a fucking record of criminal activities and I guess crimes for many years, for maybe, I don't even know how far back, but he does things like jerking off in a supermarket in front of kids or something like that. He's even admitted these. He's done a whole fucking list of things he's done. He handed in his laptops. He's got porn. He's got kid porn on thumbnails and laptops and phones and shit like that. And he's handed himself in. Apparently, he's been trying to hand himself in for years. He's been contacting police, trying to hand himself in for years. So he claims, right? And he sent this stuff. So anyway, he basically is in the middle of this supermarket, like at the like entranceway, and he's requested that the police come and get him. So these people, probably the manager or whatever, calls the police. You just want to get these weirdos out of there, type of thing. And he's basically just handed himself in, and he said, do you know a detective so and so? And the guy goes, yes. And well, he was the last one I spoke to. He apparently sent this list of crimes to radio stations. I don't know why he did this. Like, I don't know why. Like, I know it's bad, but I don't understand why he's been trying to hand himself in and why it took so long to do so. What's behind it? Right at the end of this video, which I may post actually in the link for you guys, because I think it's public, and it's okay to watch. I'm not putting anything up that I feel I shouldn't be. And I've saved the video as well. I'd have to go back in and see if I can find what channel it was on, but I'll try to do that at the end of the video. So if you guys want to watch it, it goes for about half an hour or so, and it's really good. It shows you everything of him talking, and at the very end, when he's in the interrogation room, and the officers have got like the laptops and his phones and his bags and the thumbnails and all that sort, and the thumb drives and all that sort of stuff. He basically right at the very end pretty much breaks down and goes, "Oh, I just couldn't do this anymore," and he starts crying and shit. So apparently, like, a lot of people have said, Elisa knows, but she won't address it. I guess she just wants to sweep it under the carpet. I mean, she hasn't done anything wrong by having him on. She's not. Who are you to know what someone's secret fucking life is and what the shit that they're getting up to? I mean, this has happened before on YouTube, right, where people were on under certain names, whatever, and then years later it turns out they're like done some fucking crappy fucking criminal shit. I'm not saying that you can't have a record, because people make mistakes. I understand that, but I mean serious fucking stuff going on. So it was really surprising, because I don't know how I felt about it. I said to Doc Ivan, I said, "Oh, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, it's like I'm not completely surprised. I'm shocked, but I'm not completely surprised, because when you go to your gut, guys, sometimes your gut feeling turns out to be right, even though your head is telling you one thing, but your gut is telling you something else." And I'll go into that a little bit further with some of the decisions that I made a few years ago. So anyway, that's that topic. And I was just, Jesus. I knew he was a weirdo, but fuck. I didn't think he was capable of that kind of shitty thing. And I'm probably only scratching the surface, guys. I'm probably only scratching the surface. This guy, by the sounds of it, was a full on fucking pedo, and I don't know what else. And anyway, I feel great that I know I'm on the other side of the Pacific Ocean, but I feel so good, guys, that he is off the streets, and he will be dealt with the laws of the country, the laws of the court, and so it should be. So, anyway, Jim. You were going to talk about someone mentioned the. Oh, I know, that's right. You thought I was talking about Jim. No. That's a funny subject. I took. Okay, so I was doing Blast from the Past episodes on Sunday nights. I decided that I wasn't going to do any more on my channel for two reasons. Well, maybe more than two reasons. First reason was I don't want that on my main channel. It might be cool to put out some funny shit from the past or show people from the past. I understand that can be funny, but I don't want to put that on my channel. With everything that's been going on with people losing their channels over the absolute fucking smallest shit. And yeah, you and your cheesecake count. You need to fucking take it easy. You got like a standing order down at the cheesecake shop. You know, I haven't been to that cheesecake shop since I went there that time. Have you seen the prices of fucking the cheesecake shop's cheesecakes? They are fucking expensive. I mean, I think for my mum's birthday, well, actually, no, I did go down there one more time, but that girl wasn't there. Um, she probably got fired for giving out the wrong change. Um, I brought a cheesecake for my mum. Um, yeah, inflation. I think it was something like, oh, it was like $50 for the cheesecake that I wanted. $50 for a cheesecake. And it was so rich. I got a caramel one or something. It was like triple fucking caramel. It was so rich you could only have a thin slice. That's how rich it was. The sugar rush would just like, holy fuck. I did want I like pavlovas, especially with strawberries and stuff. Oh my god. $50 for a cheesecake. Holy shit. Anyway, no, I didn't get no discount. B wasn't on that day. Neither was the the chunky lady that gave me the wrong change. I don't know if you did. You guys see that live? I did that. I thought it was funny, but anyway, I give her. I don't even remember now. I explained it in the live. I give her like, what did I give her? I give her. I think at that point in time, the cheesecakes were only about $30. And I give her a 50 or something, and she gave me fucking 40 back or something. I don't know, something stupid like that. Yeah, B's always having time off from the cheesecake shop. That's why she goes. What she does is she works at the cheesecake shop. Hope I'm not doxing you too much, B, but she works at the cheesecake shop like 3 days a week, and then the other fucking rest of the week she's running off the cheesecake that she slips out the back down her throat. That's why she's at the gym all the time. Anyway, so with the gym and stuff, I decided that I didn't want to put it on the channel because it can be considered, I guess, controversial. So I would like to do it, but I have to do a backup channel. So probably when I get some time, I do a backup channel. I just made another channel for a friend of mine because she's too lazy to bloody organize to give some lives to her that she'd lost. So I made a channel for her. But I'll make another channel. I don't know what to call it because I don't want it just to be focused on Jimmer, because I'm not obsessed with Jimmer or anything. I have so much in the archives of funny behavior, bad behavior, weird behavior, blast from the past type funny stuff that, things like making lemonade stuff and, all sorts of things in there I didn't even realize I had. I would have loved to have posted a lot of the old Kermit and Friends stuff that we used to do. But I remember before I moved to where I am now, I dropped a hard drive on a hard tiled floor, and it just fucked the hard drive. I couldn't recover it. I couldn't get anything off it. And it had all that stuff on one hard drive, and I didn't have it backed up or anything. So, but I brought myself a small server, which I need to set up. So I'll be able to put all my hard drives in this one server. And as soon as I work out how servers work properly, like home servers and not business servers, I need to work that shit out. But hang on, what am I missing here? Yeah, okay. Anyway, so what's next? Okay, so I've been friends. Say I use as an example. I've been friends with Casper talking Chinese about tech stuff. Oh, yeah, I'm sort of teaching myself how to do it. I brought this HP server. It's like a 10-year-old server, but it's got like it came with two 1 terabyte drives, as well as I've got all these hard drives that are full of fucking TV shows and Howard Stern and all this sort of stuff. And I'm just getting so sick of like I don't want it in my main computer because they spin up every time you turn the computer on and all that, and they're always on, and they just wear out. So I want them in a server that I can just turn on when I want to, access it from the web browser, and then as I download stuff, I can just copy it straight onto there and then turn the server off when I'm finished with it. So I know what I want to do. I never did any IT courses. It's all self-taught and learned from the various businesses that I've worked for. So, but YouTube is your friend, and you can learn just about how to do anything on YouTube. It's amazing what you can learn to do on YouTube. Fitness Frank had a hard drive of top 100 songs for a span of 3 decades shatter on the floor. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. But at least you can go. At least you can go into like Pirate Bay, torrent sites, and download a lot of stuff. Hacking dating sites. Yeah. Hey, we should probably talk. Okay, so I'm gathering no one wants to come up, so I didn't put a link or anything. But if anyone wants to come and chat, you're more than welcome. I can always send you the link in Discord, which is what I normally do. But I'm just assuming that nobody would want to come up because not many people come up. I know Beck would come up if she was awake, but she's a little bit preoccupied at the moment trying to get healthy. So I think I'm going to talk to her tomorrow. Roughly tomorrow when I'm at work, I'm going to have a chat, and we'll see how that goes. And you can only do what you can do. You can help people best you can from the other side of the world, So, I mean, I have a sister that has a problem with alcohol at the moment, functioning, but there's a problem. And it's even hard to help them. So imagine if you got someone on the other side of the planet that you're trying to help out. It's not easy. So B's never going to count. B promised me that I would be the first channel that she got up with, and then she betrayed me. She betrayed me and went on Nary's. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Like, I was so disappointed. And then she's like, "Oh, don't worry, Casper, you'll be the next." And then it just never happened. And she's got such a nice voice, but she just dogs me all the time, Count. Can you believe this? Like, she's probably going to pull this like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I can't meet you, Casper, when you come to Sydney because I'll be down the coast getting drunk on holidays or something." She'll come up with some excuse. You watch. Don't you worry, Beck will be back soon, and I don't know. It's a journey. It's a journey. She probably should have not. She probably should have not come back in this state, but I'll talk to her tomorrow and see if she wants to chat on a live. I'm going to Europe for Christmas. See, I mean, how elaborate is that? I mean, like, she's not like, she even comes up with a story that she's away from, like, out of Australia. I mean, you could have just said you're on the South Coast, Anyway, trust me, I have so many fucking people to see when I get out there. I don't even know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to start writing down now, even though it's 12, 13 weeks away or something. And I have to manage to see these people I used to work with. My stepsister, not my half sister, my stepsister, lives down there with her, married with her 2 kids. And I have, I think I mentioned ex-work friends, a couple of them to see, at least two to see. And what else? Oh, I got to visit my old boss's, resting place, and then go and see his wife and have a cup of coffee with her and see her. I haven't seen her probably since my old boss passed away, which was probably like 10 years ago. Actually, hang on. I've still got his picture up there. I can't get up without my mic. I'm not sure. Maybe less than 10 years ago. So I like to go out to there, and that's a fair drive out to Leppington to see his resting place and have a chat with him. And they're all different. I like to get around though. I like to drive around down there. Like I'm staying like in the southwestern suburbs, and then my sister lives up towards like Blacktown area. Then I got to go out to Leppington and Liverpool and all different areas. And I've already, the thing I have been organized is I've already booked all my accommodation. So I won't stay with anyone, and I'll tell you this why. One, I go out, like I got to go to Sefton Playhouse. That's where I'm meeting my work colleague, because that's where we used to hang out. So at the moment, thank God, I hope it doesn't change before Christmas, but I ain't dating anyone. So I'm going to the strip joint with my work buddy like we used to, and we're going to have a good time. That's one of the nights. That'll probably be a Friday night. And then I'd only leave Saturday and Sunday, and then I'm leaving on the Sunday night to start driving back. And you gotta remember, guys, it's a 12-hour drive. So I drive 8 hours, stay at one place, and then I do 4 hours the next morning. So, all right. So, hey, talking about YouTube, right? So, some of you know this story, and some of you probably don't. But like a few years ago, I had some other so-called online friends, right? And it was always, I don't know if dramas is the right word, but there was always some shit going on. Always some shit going on. The behind the scenes is fine because everybody talks behind the scenes, as in not on air, not in a live or whatever, right? Everyone likes a certain interaction, I guess, with people that you've met. All right, so I understand that, but it was so complicated because like you start talking to people that say from a guy's point of view that you're fond of, and you want to get to know that person more. You don't know if anything's ever going to come of it, especially when they're in another fucking world. It's almost like another world, especially if they're in another country. And it's mixed in with a lot of people and a lot of things going on and a lot of circumstances going on. Sometimes you have mutual friends. Sometimes you have people they're fighting with people, because that's what YouTube seems to be. It's like a big playground. And they're fighting with people, and you don't want to get upset with this person because you don't have any problem with them, and then you don't, and then your friend says, well, you're not supporting me, so you're a piece of shit too, and all. It's just like, it gets like ridiculous. It gets ridiculous, and it can be stressful. And then they get so vicious. These people, they get so vicious, and they sometimes do it to people that have done fucking nothing. And they can't even get over shit. Like, I know people here that have had a grudge or keep on going on about the same thing that was maybe 5 years ago or something. Man, I don't even remember what I had for lunch last week, let alone what I did 5 years ago. It's amazing how stuff comes back out. So I was friends back in the day, as Mel made a joke about before. when I was in Sydney, after I split up with Jane and she went back to Melbourne, and I had this fucking awesome little like 2-bedroom place. Fuck, it was good. I hated leaving it because it was so spacious. I had like half a backyard and this big 2-bedroom. You could call it like what we call a granny flat, but it was just a big granny flat, and I loved it. Air conditioned, and it was great. I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. So Thomas McMillan. Hey, Thomas McMillan. I never heard of you before. I hope you come in peace. So I have to explain this story to Beck, which is something that we haven't done yet. I have to talk to Beck about a certain person and how timeline of things and stuff, which I said I was going to do for her, but she has more important things to take care of at the moment, which is what she has to. And so I had a dating profile on a dating site that I didn't even know I had because I hadn't used it in so long, right? But so someone like obviously like found it, and I still don't really understand how, and it's not a big deal because I wasn't doing anything wrong. And the pictures were really old too. What's another thing? And anyway, this picture, which is not a bad picture, 4,000. How the fuck did your dog get 4,000 subs? That's pretty good. You do have an unusual looking dog count, I must say. He looks like I don't know whether he's about to have like a seizure or he's about to eat you. Like sometimes with that look on his face. Like, but I mean, I know he's the friendliest dog, so that's good. Hey, that's pretty cool. Sorry, I get distracted by the chat. I shouldn't. You guys are chatting, and I probably shouldn't be distracted. Hey, so meanwhile, this pick of mine, it gets distributed amongst a certain group of mods, and I started like digging a little bit and talking, reaching out to certain people. Some people I hadn't even reached out to before, and I had to even work out how to do that just to find out a little bit about it. And eventually, one person had the balls to tell me about it, which is the story I need to tell Beck, which I haven't done yet. Anyway, so I friend some of these people. By talking to them, and they seemed okay. But as time went on, it was just a little bit overwhelming. It's a little bit too much drama, and then they started fighting with people that I liked, and it just became very awkward. And I gave them a few chances, and and eventually, about 3 years ago, I think it was 3 years ago. I'm pretty bad with dates, eh? About 3 years ago, I ended up having to cut most people off, kind of thing. It's not like fuck off, I don't want to talk to you or anything. It's just like, hey, I can't do this anymore, guys. It just doesn't sit well with me. And and then I have talked to these people on and off since then, and it's always been the same thing. It just doesn't work out. So I'm sitting back, and I had some shitty things happen, and we all have. I mean, Counts had some fucking shitty stuff happen that wasn't fair, and stuff that is not true. But people want to make something out of something that was nothing. It didn't happen. It got misunderstood. It wasn't that. Hang on. What am I missing out? Oh, okay. Sorry, I had a beeping in my earphones, and it was a message. Anyway, so you can. What do you do, guys? Most of the time I turned the other cheek. I didn't like go fighting with these people. I didn't use anything I had against them. I live in Australia. We don't well, we don't bother with buying services to look people up or go and contact their fucking family or go and ring their mum and say, stop being mean to me on the internet. We don't do that shit. Um, only one person ever made me mad enough for me to actually think about contacting them and talking to them or talking to their husband or whatever, right? Only one person ever made me mad enough to contemplate doing that, but I never did it. I just turned the other cheek again. Um, take the high road, let them drag you, and don't fight back. But sometimes you get annoyed with it. And I know some of my friends have gotten fucking annoyed with it. And I get annoyed for them as well. Especially when I know something never happened. And then these people, they just keep driving this agenda that never happened because they want to make this person to make them look bad when the people didn't do anything. It's fucking sad. And but still, it's still better to live your life without these people in it. It still makes you happier than if you're in it, in the fight and in the drama and having to do responsive lies all the time, defending yourself or defending your friends or whatever. It's still better I believe it's still better to not do nothing. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? Because that's what I've been doing. So it's been pretty peaceful for me since I cut them out, so to speak. When I say cut them out, you know what I'm saying? Like I just decided I just wanted to go my own way. And I didn't want to be in their groups or anything like that anymore. And I just kind of I kept my closest friends close, a very small group. And I've got friends, most of my friends that I have maybe on Discord, and they all know each other. They might not all talk to each other all the time, but they all know each other, and they're a really nice group. And they're in different Discords, and they're not. Oh, I guess most of them are in my Discord, but we don't talk in my Discord. My Discord is just like an address book. And yeah, but at the end of the day, Scout, okay, so say they're destroying your credibility or trying to destroy your friend's credibility. They got fucking really in the big scheme of things, nobody's watching. I mean, look at me. Who cares about me? I only got 8 viewers at the moment, 4 chatters and 4 lurkers or whatever. It doesn't matter. But I'll get comments all week long now in my comment section for approval. I'll get comments and I'll get up to 50 replays. And to me, that's fine because that's about all the people I know. Yeah. You can't. Sometimes if a person thinks something happened, Mel, and even if they really truly think it happened, but it didn't happen, but they just feel so strongly about it that, oh no, that happened when actually it didn't happen. And then some of them are never going to admit if they're wrong. If even if you're not friends with someone, most of these people won't come to you and say, you know what, I gave you a lot of shit for this, but as it turns out, it didn't happen, and I apologize. No one's going to come to you with that. It just doesn't happen. I haven't seen it. So anyway, these people that I don't talk with, I should talk to some of these people on a daily basis, right? I would go to my phone and I would have fucking hundreds of messages in chats to catch up on, because I live in a different time zone, right? Than most of these people I was talking to were American. So, and you know what? I'm not interested in fighting or going back and forth with any of these people. And in fact, I really haven't even said any of their names. And I don't think they'd give a shit if I said their names. But and I'll probably have to say their names, because 3 years later now, coming on 2023, I look back on the online friendship I had with these people, and I have to admit, sometimes there is good in everybody. Even there is good. I'm going to say there is good in there. There is good points in everyone that I've known. Some of them have a lot of bad, negative stuff, and you would say, oh well, not to say they're bad people, but they're not your people. They're not your type of person, because let's face it, we're all so different. And when we find a friend, it takes a while to build that friendship, and then it's like, yeah, they're my type of people. They think like me, they have morals like me, they are upstanding, that type of thing. So some of these people I miss talking to some of these people, but I know it's not good for me to be involved in those groups anymore. And it's really easy to make people look bad, because I see it every day on YouTube. I'm not on YouTube every day, but sometimes like I'll listen to something, like I only work like 20 minutes away, so I really don't get to listen to much, but I'll try to listen to something on the way to work or on the way back. Or if I'm tired when I get home, I'll put YouTube on. If there's something I thought I would listen to, I'll lay down, I'll probably fall asleep. So I don't really use it that much. But what's funny is it's now 2023, and these people that I used to talk to in these chats years ago, they're still fighting. They're still fighting, and they're not even fighting others. They're fighting themselves. Can you fucking believe? I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Wow. Now, one of the reasons why I walked away, when I say cut them out, I walked away, my choice, right, was because it was on the borderline of just going against what I believe. Hence the title of my live, Stay True Blue. I don't like people looking up people, like paying to look up a person's. I think in the States you can look up everything, maybe for a fee. I'm not sure. Over here, can't do it. I'm pretty sure you can't do it. Maybe you could use an American. No, I don't know. I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can do it. Right, mate. I've got some friends. That I don't even know what their real name is. I only know them by what they go by. And I don't need to know their name. I don't need to. Oh, here's a good example. Count, right? Count said her name many times. I've had lunch with Count. How many times have we had lunch, Count? Only twice? Or 3 times? Once with Space and one other time? Or was it 2 more times? Anyway. And I have no idea, right, where Mel lives, where Count lives, right? No idea. Because I meet her somewhere, like I did with her in Space that time. I meet them somewhere because I don't want to know. I don't want to know where that person lives, because later on, you could get blamed for something. Someone does something to them and it's like, wow. And I didn't give you an example. There's someone on YouTube that, because I knew in the past what their job was, apparently I was on the list of suspects that doxed him. Yeah, right. Okay, that makes perfect sense, right? I'm gonna call. Oh, twice. Okay, is that twice since or twice total? Yeah, that'd be twice total. Okay, so what I'm watching now is fucking amazing. Not amazing. It's actually quite horrible, but wow, man. I know people. Okay, we have a few services here that you can purchase a service to get people's background. Yeah. And they use it so much. In the last couple of years, there is so much fucking doxing and people going real life. Even people taking people to court or whatever. Are you fucking kidding me? It's fucking YouTube. And what they do then, what else I've noticed in the last couple of years is they bring up people's kids. They bring up people's kids. Or they use a person's kids as a weapon or, against them. Oh, really fucking weak. Really fucking weak. Unbelievable. So, while I don't have anything against these people that I just decided to go my own way, okay, I still get raised every now and then. In fact, I got raised on lichens. Amy was on panel and going low on Robbie. These are the people that I knew in the past, right? Saving Robbie, Amy, Jessica, Darling Nikki. I don't know lichen, right? I only know lichen. I only know lichen because at one point in time, Claire Bear, a fellow Australian, was a big supporter of him. Yeah. I only know lichen now because he's dating Amber, who I know. I know Amber Alerts, because her child got attacked by Bam Bam. And I know the whole story behind it and how it happened, and it was awful. And reached out to her and said, look, I don't really talk much in comment sections, but I'm going to comment here, and if I cop flack from it, so be it. But fucking gotta look after kids, and that was just fucking awful. It was disgusting, and I don't know why Bam did that. I'm not really sure. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who Amber is, but attacking children is not attacking I've seen Amber and I talked about this, and I've seen Leland. She's a beautiful child and she's an intelligent child, and it was wrong. So I commented, and we started talking, and Amber's gone a different direction. Amber's gone down the drama type of live streaming, and it's not for me. But I know she's lost some channels and stuff like that. That's what it's gotten down to now. All these people fighting and stuff. So, but my whole point of this is that I look back on this now in 2023, and I look back and I see friendships disintegrate. I see new alliances made, new friendships, new alliances. I see, Jessica with a K came back, and that didn't last very long. Hang on, I'm just replying. Oh, sorry, I got distracted again. So yeah, but I'm not involved in any of that. But what I'm saying is, obviously, it comes up on my feed. I haven't really unfollowed or unsubbed from anybody. I just, if it's interesting to watch. And now I see these people that were such good friends. Not my cup of tea, but they were good friends. So did they find something that bonded them? Maybe it was YouTube, maybe it was the drama, whatever. Excuse me. And then I see them, and for a long time, it wasn't like a 6-month friendship. I see these long-term friendships disintegrate, right? And both of them don't have the common sense to just let it go. They have to, I guess, drag each other. So I see, and I'm trying to be like, look at it from the outside looking in, or I'm up in the grandstands, with the popcorn or whatever, and I'm going like, okay, I can relate to a little bit of what's going on there, because it kind of touched me a little bit back in the days. So it's a shame to see it, but it's kind of expected. And then, yeah, as I was saying, Jessica with the K came back, and then all that stuff happened with her. It wasn't what I expected, or wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And yeah, she turned really quickly, which is very unfortunate. My gut instinct was right back in the day. I should have. I tried to stay. Look, no one's happy about when stuff happens to you in the past, right? Yeah, you move on, right? But you don't really forget, So, I had some pretty shitty things done to me by Amy, but the best thing I could do was move on, go my own way. I don't want to deal with this stuff anymore. But I see her now talking about Robbie in pretty low, but then I've seen Robbie do the same thing to her, and you know what? It doesn't really matter, Amy, whether you're overweight, crater face, whatever Robbie says. It's what sort of person you are. I think it's what sort of heart you have, what sort of sense do you have that matters. And I think it's not easy to find people that you connect with on whatever level you're on. I thought, looking from the outside in, I thought to myself, that was pretty cool that Amy went to Rory's wedding, even though Robbie and I don't get along. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not his cup of tea. That's best way to describe it. Do I think he was funny? Look, we used to have voice chats with I used to be in a chat with like Darling Nikki, and Robbie would pop in and do and say the funniest shit. It used to make me laugh. But I would say overall we're not suited as friends, which is absolutely fine. I said hi to him about a month or two ago in a mutual chat, and he was rude. He was just full on rude. I know what Robbie is. Robbie has so many sides to him. It's not funny. Like he can be pretty cool, and he can be pretty mean. Not consistent enough for me. So it was a little bit sad to see some friendships just fucking get burned down. Even if I don't get along with those people, it's still sad to see friendships burn down. I see new alliances and stuff like that going on, and yeah, it's not the best. Just waiting for Kmart to put blow up pools on special again. What the fuck, man? Just buy one of those spas where you can do like both things. I've got one, right? So what I do is in the summer, I use it as a dipping pool. Just like you can have the bubbles on, you just don't have the heater on. And then in the summer, fucking heat that fucker up off the solar panels, so it costs nothing. And then I have it hot as fuck when I get home from soccer, and then I just sit in it for like an hour, and it just gives me such great recovery. It's fucking awesome. So yeah. But anyway, guys, I've been on for an hour. I wasn't going to be on for that much. I'll probably another 10 minutes and then I'll jump off or so. But I was just, I don't know, I just wanted to chat. No big deal. I still listen, I guess. We all do. Oh, it's a joke. I don't know. Maybe I've missed a lot of chat, right? B, need to send you another package. Oh, B, look, you can't send drugs in the mail, B. I've told you this. You're going to get caught. YouTube is a reason, and lifetime with friendships. Yeah, like you can. Yeah, look, you can make some fucking great friendships. You can, but you all live your own lives as well, right? I'm very honest with mine. Like, if I sell a house, if I buy a car, pay the car off, I'll talk about it. That shit really happens with me. I don't make stuff up. What happens on YouTube a lot with these people I used to know is they all call each other liars. I don't know whether they've ever been honest with each other from the fucking start, but that's a problem for me. 100. Sorry, I had to throw that in. I'm gonna stir back up. I'm gonna stir back up so much tomorrow for that fucking use that she always says. Even Jimmy was fucking mocking her. 100. That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. That's funny thing. Look, when people have a few too many drinks, I must admit sometimes they're fucking funny, right? Even if maybe they have a fucking problem, it's still fucking funny. So she either goes like, oh, she's probably going to kill me tomorrow. She's probably going to she'll ring me tomorrow and she'll go, listen, you're mocking me on your live. 100. She either goes 100 or 100%. And not a problem. I was going to do a poll, right? I may do it if she lets me do it. I was going to do a poll because another thing she goes is, hang on, what was it? I can't remember now. Fuck. 100%. Sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Oh, I think she says not a problem. It's not a problem for me. It's not a problem for me. It was funny when she continuously says the same thing. I don't even know if she realizes it, but you got to remember, mate, this is coming. I think I'm pretty level-headed, stable, reasonably intelligent without being fucking super intelligent. Becky's a very, very intelligent lady, but you would never know when someone has a drink problem. You would never know how fucking smart they really are. And that's why I am giving her some lives back that she lost because she did them. And I admit, back in the day, I thought they were fucking fantastic. I thought they were fantastic. They were very, very, very deep thinking, and they were interesting. Obviously, she was stone cold dead sober, obviously. So I think she wants to get back to that. Maybe YouTube isn't for her, but I'll talk to her about it tomorrow. So, what else did I want to talk about tonight? What else did I want to talk about tonight? There's probably some other stuff I could talk about, maybe another time. I heard that we got attacked the other night. By one of our Aussie mates. I seriously don't know what's wrong with her either. But that might be in the future down the road a little bit, maybe if I have to address something. Like I said to you, I would rather just go like, you know what? Think what you want. I'm living my life, bitch, and having a good time. And one thing I have noticed is there's not enough fun lives anymore. Like I haven't laughed on a live for a long time. Think about it, guys. When was the last time you're in a live where you could actually laugh and carry on and the chat was all good? Like I haven't seen any Tory lives. Hey Scout, um, does Tory not do any lives with Finn anymore? You know how they were doing that live once a week? What was it called? You know, they were bringing up the top news stories from around the world, and then we had to vote and all that sort of stuff. Which one was the best? Does she not do those anymore? Because I have not seen any of that stuff. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they don't talk anymore. I'm not really sure. I saw Tori doing a few other lives, about other things, and she always does like her cooking. She does the odd cooking live, and then maybe other. She just like a bit like me. She does the drive lives, except she's got a nice beach that she pulls up to sometimes. But I haven't seen any of those other lives, and they used to be on my Wednesday night. They used to be on my Wednesday night because I used to miss the live, like the actual live, but I used to listen to the batshit. That was it. Yeah, batshit. And have I like missed them, or they're just not doing them anymore? Because I haven't seen Finn. Oh, Finn popped up like a month or two ago. He was doing a live interviewing someone on his own channel, and I didn't even know who he was interviewing. So, it says scheduling. Okay. Because I thought they were pretty good. I mean, it was always the same people in her lives, and I don't know if she was happy with just having that small audience, but I quite enjoyed them. If I was here, I would always have them on because I quite enjoy it because it's not overly long. I can't stand people that do lives for 3, 4, 5 hours. Are you kidding me? How does anyone sit for that long? Like who? I don't have that amount of spare time. Like for instance, it's 9:30 at night now, right? So I'm going to jump off in a minute. I'm going to watch my NRL 360 show, and then I'm going to fall asleep, and then I'm going to start my day all over again in the morning. Like who has that amount of time? Maybe like if you're old and retired, but if you're working or have a family, I mean, I have my mom here, obviously, but I don't have I'm not married and have a family. Imagine if you have a family with kids that you're looking after. How do these women spend so much time on YouTube when they have to look after their family? I don't understand that. I don't know how that happened. And then when they're not on YouTube, they're in chats all day. I don't get it. What am I? I'm managing my time wrong because I don't have anywhere near that amount of fucking spare time. And even on the weekend, like sometimes I'll turn YouTube on the weekend, and if I'm about to go out, yeah, Scout, that's the thing, some people want to grow, and some people just don't care. Like me, I just want my channel for my channel, just so it's there, so I can use my channel to chat or go live when I want to. I don't care about probably CIA plans. I don't care about growing my channel. In fact, I should have just turned the monetizer. I got monetized because it was like a personal goal for me. So I pulled all the tricks to get monetized because I don't even have the views, right? But I know all the tricks. I know how to monetize the channel. Just takes time. What annoyed me about my monetization is that I have like $90 or something sitting in my AdSense account for like 2 years now. And if I had all my browsers and all my playlists going, I could easily whack my viewership up to the point where my views and clicks and ads and stuff, so I can get up to the $100 so that they can pay me for it. But I just been too lazy, and I just don't care. It just doesn't bother me. I don't want to grow my channel. My channel was at its strongest, right, when I was friends with Doodle, and we liked each other. We were good friends, we were doing lives, and also I was friends with the RDA people, and I said, hey, I'll do the, we were all trying to work out, everyone was doing lives, and I was doing like a Saturday morning live here, which I'm always home Saturday morning, so that was Americans Friday night. So I would do the Friday night live, and I would drag a few of them in, and Doodle and I would just say, oh, what are we going to talk about this week? Let's do something unusual, like the world's oldest sex toys or something like that. Like, and we'd do a bit of research on it, and we would do a live on it, and it was fun. And we'd have a few laughs, put a few pictures up on the screen. That's when I think I did enjoy doing YouTube. And then like some friendships just went south. Certain people got involved, made it difficult. People chose sides. Just shitty things like that. Should never have happened. And then, yeah, I don't even know if she's still around, Scout, to be honest with you. I know at the time she was dealing with some personal issues in her family, and I don't know. I really don't know. Look, everyone's got their opinion about her, and from my perspective, and what I saw her as, she was a good person, but she got in. This is my opinion, but in my opinion, she got manipulated by others. Let's just put that down to that. And she believed things that she shouldn't have believed, and she didn't stick with people that she should have stuck by. And hey, life's all about choices, and we all make our own choices. Sometimes we don't make the right choice. I've done it. I've made some fucking horrible choices and regretted them. It's honestly the truth. And I think we all do. Make some really bad choices, really bad decisions, and and we all get angry, we all get sad, and yeah. Look, I don't even know whether she's around anymore, Scout. I know. Oh, hang on, I did see her. The only place you can really see someone who has you blocked, I think she has me blocked. I don't think I have her blocked. Is a live where you're both a wrench. That's when YouTube can't block you. So you see them. I think I saw her in Andy Cruz's, where we both have a wrench. I don't know why I'm a wrench in Andy's. I guess he has the attitude that he gives creators, which I'm hardly a creator, but he gives creators a wrench so people can't fuck with him, and that's just his attitude. Whereas I wrench. I don't wrench my friends. I wrench people that I've known for a long time, and has their own reputation, or I believe in them. Put it that way. They don't necessarily have to be. I don't have to talk to them every day either. So it's a joke. Oh, sorry, I'm missing some of the chat. All right, guys. Well, listen. Hey, thanks for dropping in. Hey, I didn't expect anybody. I just thought I would rival to myself, and then I would start seeing all the comments over the next couple of days come up on my approval list. No, you're not handing it in, B. You know who I didn't see pop in tonight, guys? Who normally pops in just to troll me? Our good friend Poon. He didn't drop in, call me an abo. That's what he normally does. I'm not Aboriginal, by the way. It's just some joke. It's just a joke we got going. Because I go into his chat. Actually, he hasn't gone live for a while. I go into his chat and just call him a racist. Yeah, I'll take it, you white end. Yeah. So we have a referendum coming up, guys. And I'm not going to ask you guys, even the Aussie people, whether you're going to vote yes or no to the referendum. I'm 100% one way, and so is most people I know. So, but again, it's a personal thing, just like who you want to vote for in the federal or state voting. You know, it's a personal thing, and you can believe in people or the party or the voice. I know I'll be definitely voting. So anyway, all right, guys. So thank you for coming in. I really do appreciate everyone coming in. I didn't expect anything, anyone. I know I have a lot of people watching and not talking, but that's pretty normal, right? Because people want to watch and say, you know, hey, what's Casper saying? Because I know the people that I used to know is like, oh, what's he got to say? The thing is, guys, hey, I wish everybody would go their own way. Is Tori on that voting campaign? Oh, okay. I'm gathering by that she's a big yes voter. She's going to be a yes for the voice, but anyway, to each and their own. Thanks, guys. I'm not going to play any intro. I'm just going to end it because I played my intro in the beginning. It took me 10 minutes to find it. Oh yeah, there's heaps of Aboriginal elders that are actually voting no. Believe it or not, I don't know their names, but I've watched a few videos and stuff like that. I've certainly done my research, and I'm happy with what I'm going to be voting for. So anyway, guys, take it easy, and my next live will probably be just like. I have to do this live where I go into McDonald's drive-through and get a soft serve, and I'm going to dedicate it to Bee Stinger. And I'll be doing that probably late Friday night, probably like probably like 3 hours from now on on my Friday night. So good night, everybody. Everybody, please take care and value the friendships that you have, whether in real life or online, because I think they're very valuable. And see you next time.